Hello there. Thanks for stopping by Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode number 82. And on the table today, we have Downey Games game-winning drive football. I have the big game set, which I purchased, back in 2020. Excuse me. And one of the bonuses with purchasing that game is that every year when the conference champions are determined, Downey will send you a PDF of that current year's participants in the big game. So I figured I'd join in the pre-play fun that a lot of people are doing out there. And game-winning drive football is created by Rick Cux, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and Phil Riviere. Now, Phil, I have to apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Phil and I are in contact with each other a bit. Phil also created Fast Action Racing for Downey Games, and I feature that here on the channel with the 1991 stock car replay. And I've had the privilege of doing some game testing on a new auto racing game that Phil is working on. So we'll see what comes of that down the road. But here we are today. We're going to play the big game, LVIII, or 58, which will take place tomorrow. If you're familiar with this game, we use 4d6s. The red and the white are read together. The blue and the yellow are read together. And the red and blue die are used as the 10 digit in an 11 to 66 roll. Okay, so first we're going to, I'm not going to use any timing mechanisms. Going to play the game as it's written by possession. And I'm also going to give the home team, which is Kansas City, the first possession as the rules state. I don't have any player finders either. You know who all the big names are for these teams. So neither one of these teams have a punt or kick return capability, so we go right to the possession. So here we go. Kansas City has the ball, first possession in the first quarter. They roll a 25, and that's going to be points scored, and that was a 4. So 54 is a field goal, and the Chiefs are on the board and lead 3-0. All right, San Francisco, their first possession is a 36, which is a turnover, and a 16 is a punt. So Kansas City still leads 3-0. And we got a 46, which is a turnover, and a 33 is a punt. '49ers ball. 36 is a turnover, and a 16 is another punt. Final possession of the first quarter. Kansas City, 14 is going to be points scored, and a 66 is a field goal. So here at the end of the first quarter, it's Kansas City 6 and San Francisco 0. Start the second quarter with the 49ers. 45 is a turnover, and a 32 is another punt. Kansas City leading 6-0. 22 is more points scored, and a 25 is another field goal. No one able to get in the end zone yet, and it's now 9-0, about halfway through the second quarter. 49ers, 56 is a turnover, and a 46 is a punt. Mostly a defensive struggle so far. And we're approaching the end of the first half, and the Chiefs lead 9-0. Say 35, which is a turnover, and a 42 is an interception. Now we have to check for interception return on a roll of 11 or 12. The 49ers can return that for a touchdown if, after rolling the 11 or 12, they roll a 45 or less. So we'll just use the red and white. And they do not return it for a touchdown. However, because of the turnover for this next drive, their points scored will increase from 11 to 31 to 11 to 41. And that's based on them having better field position due to the interception. And they are going to score points, and it's a 41. And a 41 is a touchdown pass. We get our first touchdown of the game right before the half. We do have to check for the extra point because there is a slight possibility that it'll be missed or blocked. The extra point's up and good. Okay, so at the half, the Chiefs lead 9-7. And we start the third quarter with the 49ers getting the ball. 64 is a turnover, and a 54 is a punt. Kansas City ball early in the third, leading 9-7. 41 is a turnover, and a 16 is a punt. San Francisco gets the ball back, trying to take the lead here. You get a 36, which is a turnover, and a 62 is another punt. Kansas City, their final possession of the third quarter. It's a 51, which is a turnover, and a 44 is an interception. Okay, we'll check for the return for San Francisco. No. They do not return it for a touchdown. However, they get the good field position bonus once again. But they roll a 64, and it is a turnover. 41 is an interception. The Chiefs do not have an interception return capability, so they just get the ball here to start the fourth quarter, and their points scored will become 11-36 for this possession. So, no scoring in the third quarter. It's been a defensive struggle so far. And the first possession of the fourth goes to the Chiefs. And an 11 is going to be points scored, and a 21 is a field goal. So now the Chiefs lead 7-12 on 4 field goals. 49ers, next possession. It's a 54, which is a turnover. And a 36 is another interception. No return for the Chiefs. They get the good field position bonus for points scored. And it's a turnover. And a 32 is a punt. All right. San Francisco's last possession. There's going to be points scored here on a 16, and a 33 is going to be a field goal. But they are going to go for it here on 4th down, because this is their last possession of the game. And for them to be successful on 4th down, they need an 11 to 25. And they get it. And with the 36, according to the rules, that becomes a touchdown pass. Late in the game, San Francisco takes the lead. The extra point is good. And the 49ers now lead 14-12. Final possession of the game for Kansas City. .36 is a turnover. And that is 34. And that's a punt. So we're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they need an 11 to 21. They are unsuccessful. And it'll be turnover on downs. And in this mostly defensive struggle, the final score is the 49ers 14 and the Chiefs 12. How about that? That would be the under, which I believe is 47.5 right now. And San Francisco, depending on where you look, may or may not have covered. I've seen 1.5. I've seen 2. Defensive struggle. I wouldn't expect the game to be like this tomorrow, but you never know. So anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me for this quick, easy, and fun big game pre-play. Enjoy the game tomorrow, and until next time, take care.